you can see there's a lot of oil. And you can see it's coming from the top of the transmission. Right, we'll take a little peek here. Oh yeah, that's a lot of oil. So we're gonna start by taking the front fascia off, taking the upper radius forward, so we got more room to reach the intake manifold. This is a P30 shorts. So just a little clamps. You gotta pull out this way, and it comes off. Flexible 10mm ratcheting. That makes it a little easier. Take these nuts off. Or you can use a deep socket with the ratchet underneath the pipe. We got a little hose here. And here in the back, you can see this line. So this is the best place to disconnect that line. So it's got one tab here, one tab on the bottom, so you just press them together and pull. That's it. Here in the back you can see the bracket. Alright, here we got 13mm nut that holds this upper heater hose. Behind that is a 13mm stud that holds the intake manifold bracket. So we're taking that bracket out. I'll just leave it in the back, just loose enough so I can lift the intake manifold and slide it out of these brackets. Because these brackets are much harder to remove. So we'll leave these alone, we just slide the manifold out of them. Alright, that's the 13mm nut. Lift this. So you lift the heater hose so I can. Sometimes they put this washer in there behind that heater hose bracket, so you might want to put that back in there. Now I can reach the stud. There we go. That's the start. Now the bracket can move backwards. There's some wiring attached to the bracket, so I'll leave the bracket in there. This is the third bolt. Fourth. Right in front of the throttle body. It's a fifth bolt. And I always pull on the bolts to go a little bit, to get them stuck in the manifold. So the bottom of the bolt is not in the way when I'm taking it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, there's a 7 bolt here. So it's 7 bolts altogether. Now we can lift up, push, and out. Alright, so this is the lower manifold. Every time we gotta replace these gaskets. This is the silencer, so we can get that out, put it somewhere where you can see it, so you don't forget to put it back in. Now, as long as I'm here, I'm gonna replace the spark plugs too, because this car has over 100,000 miles. I'm not touching the fuel line, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this harness out from the coils and from the injectors, lift the harness this way, then undo these 8mm bolts. There's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and just flip this over together with the fuel line, being careful not to damage it. Now here you can see where the bolts are. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's a 7. These 2 bolts can be sometimes pain in the butt on Promasters, since the cowl area, the washer fluid and water runs. It's a bad design, and it just drips right on the top of the intake manifold. You can see this bolt is very rusty, and it can get so bad that you can't take it out anymore. It gets rounded off, it's just rusted out. In that case, you need a special remover. 7mm. See, it's a turbo. They call turbo sockets. Need 1/4 inch drive. So this is the only thing that can get it out. Otherwise, you would have to destroy the intake manifold, and yeah, not pretty. Okay, now with this wiring harness, you're gonna need a small screwdriver, flathead. You're gonna need this tool to remove these plastic clips. So you basically lift it up, get underneath it, and pop it out. Same thing here. You cannot put too much pressure because this is a fuel rail, plastic. Now these we gotta press in. These injector clips are kind of pain in the butt too. You're gonna pull on the red lever, the red tab. I made a special tool. Kind of gotta push it in and pull on the red tab. Now you can press the black tab. Now we can press on the black tab here. See that? Alright, let's try one more time. This one came out like it's supposed to. But you know, over time, with the heat, it's cooling down, warming up, it gets so brittle and it just snaps. You just gotta take your time, be patient. There. Same thing on the other side. before, I'll take these bolts off and take the lower manifold out. I'm gonna blow it out a little bit so I don't have no dirt going into the cylinders. You might want to cover these holes up. And wear goggles. It's so easy to fly debris into your eyes. So we're gonna leave the rear injectors plugged in because they're extremely hard to take the red tabs out without breaking. So we're gonna try that. There's a little steel bracket, so I'm gonna slide it out from underneath and put it on top. So yeah, you don't have to disconnect the injectors at the back, only in the front to make it a little easier. You gotta replace these gaskets too. So lower intake manifold gaskets and upper manifold gaskets. And the oil filter housing and the cooler and the oil filter with the cap comes as assembly together with the sensors. And together with all the gaskets. So that's nice. Okay, now you got two choices here. You can either use your 7mm socket or you can use this star socket, which will be E8. Since I have this star socket, I'm gonna use the star socket because that is the intended right tool for it. You can see these bolts. You can see that 7mm fits really nicely. So is the E8. Surprise, surprise. Look what I found. Looks like an 8mm socket or something. Yeah, it's a 1/4 inch socket. And it's stuck in there really, really good. I cannot pull it out. Unbelievable. I'm really lucky it didn't go through. That would damage the whole engine. Or at least the cylinder head. Now I gotta try pull it out somehow. Alright, we'll take this sensor out. So again, red tab, lift up and press this part. Now this hose I'm gonna pinch off so we don't lose too much antifreeze. Like so. should be it. There's a 1 bolt, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts. So this is my fluid evacuator. It works perfectly. I can either hand pump the pressure in it, vacuum, or I can put a regular hose. And that's what I'm gonna do. And we're gonna suck all the oil that's underneath and coolant as I'm gonna be lifting it up, because they don't make draining the coolant very easy on these cars, so I don't bother. I just don't drain it. Now that I can lift it up a little bit, I can disconnect the other connector. For the oil cooler? Oil cooler, yeah.
That's right.
Okay, after we cleaned everything and sucked all the coolant and oil, especially make sure we're gonna clean these, because that's where the O-ring is gonna sit, and here and here. So it's a 1, 2, and 3 for O-ring. And then there's another O-ring, it's more like a tube that goes inside there. I got the socket that was stuck in there out. Not gonna take no chances that it's gonna fall in after my work. So I'm gonna make sure all my O-rings are in place. This is the tube that goes inside. This is the 1, 2, and 3. And 4 actually, so four O-rings, 5 altogether. I've had them leak from these 2 plugs. I've had them leak because this cracks somewhere along this side when it's over torqued. I've had them leak somewhere around here. So there's plenty of places where it can leak. Now you want to inspect the coolant hose before we put it back in, because if you have a lot of oil, then this hose will get swollen and it might compromise and might start leaking coolant. So you might want to check that and maybe get a new hose if you need to. But in this case it's not too bad. So before I put it in, I'm gonna attach the hose, because the hose is kind of hard to put it back in. So this is much easier. Slide the hose together with the clamp. There we go, now it's in. Make sure it's in the right place. Good. Okay, that's perfect. Now I can put the oil pressure connector. Make sure it's not wet. If it's wet from oil, then you want to clean it up with a contact cleaner and dry it out. Alright, now remember there's a little pipe that needs to slide in place between the heads. There we go. Now it's in. Now I'm gonna start all the bolts before I tighten it up. Yeah, I don't use power tools. I use power tools only take bolts off, but never to put them back in. Unless it's like a suspension or some heavy duty, but never on the engine where there's aluminum the bolt goes into aluminum. It's very easy to strip the bolts or over tighten. Always use only 1/4 inch tools for these jobs, because the torque to torque these bolts is very little. It's only like 12 Newton meters, which is even less than 10 pounds. I've done so many of these that I don't use my torque wrench anymore. I just use this 1/4 inch ratchet. And as you can see, I don't even put my hand here, because that would be more torque. I just go by here and just make it a little tight. And I repeat the step a couple more times, make sure none of the bolts get loose. It's very crucial that you don't over tighten these bolts, so please use a torque wrench. We got all new seals on the lower panel, so I'm gonna put that back in. Don't forget to take my pinch of pliers. Don't forget to attach all the connectors. You're gonna wipe out any debris here. I already cleaned it, so it's clean. Alright, intake manifold is back in there. I mean the lower part. I got the upper manifold gaskets already installed. Got the injectors plugged in. Now I can go ahead and replace the spark plugs. So now is a good time to clean out your intake manifold throttle body. Some throttle body cleaner. Also a good, really helpful tip. See these bolts? Make sure they're not like this. Otherwise you can tear your gasket on the lower intake manifold. So push them up so that they stay this way. Yeah. See that? They're all inside. So I just push them either with your finger, push them up so they stay up. It's so much easier to install. Alright, and just do whatever you did to take everything out. Just put everything back in. So I'll do the wire harness first after I tighten all the bolts. This line there. Throttle body. This little clip. Intake temperature sensor. If you forget which way this pipe goes, you can mark it beforehand. This one's already been marked.
so it kind of verifies the proper installation. Now these 3 bolts, you might want to cool them with the anti-seize, like that, because they can get pretty rusty and even break. So to prevent that, we'll just cool them with anti-seize. And of course, don't forget to add the coolant, drive it, and double check your coolant again. Same thing with the engine oil. It's better to replace the engine oil. Make sure on Chrysler vehicles you use the proper antifreeze. In 2012 or 2013 they changed the coolant to a grape-like color, and if you mix it with the older type of coolant, it will gel and it can destroy your entire coolant system, or making it very hard to flush the gel-like coolant out. So be careful, do not mix these two together.